Hello, everyone. I'm so glad you are all back at Courageous Leadership with Virginia Prodan, training you to lead with courage. Our Courageous Leadership with Virginia Prodan is each Wednesday and Saturday at 10 o'clock Central Time. I want to thank you so very much for sending me your questions and your concern. I am here to respond to all of them, and I am so happy that you are continuing to send me your questions and your concern. Today, I'm going to answer your question on how to be the hero America needs. We had seen our lives changing every day in America, and our America changing a lot in a way that many of us we don't not want. We also had seen the world being changed, and this war in Ukraine. We had seen it, at least for the beginning. We don't know what the future holds, but this is the Europe's largest refugee crisis on this century. Since the beginning of the war in Ukraine, almost 100,000 refugees have passed through custom, at least in Romania, especially mothers and children and elderly. Until now, those who still have money, they can buy food, go to the hotel, buy tickets, go on the bus or taxi or whatever. But there are others in very much need. So please pray for the Romanian believers that will open their homes to welcome and minister to those who are in need, and to host them and to help them to travel to local church or whatever they need. And most of all, please pray that God will use these horrible circumstances for his glory and as a tool to bring many to his kingdom. I experienced Socialist in Romania. I hope you read my book, Saving My Assassin. You can buy the book at my website, virginiaprodanbooks.com/products/book. And I'm signing the book, Freedom is Precious, because indeed freedom is precious. And this is what I want to talk with you about. This book will encourage you to see how God helped me to keep my faith under any circumstances and to be even strong and courageous. I experienced a difficult childhood and cruel persecution in Socialist Romania, and a difficult time here in America trying to rebuild my life from coming empty-handed. And still, under those discouraging circumstances, I experience God's power and God's directions and victories in my life. In Romania, under Socialist, as I started to defend Christians and human rights cases as a Christian attorney, dictator Ceausescu and his socialist regime who Ceausescu declared himself at that time a god, and require us to worship him alone. And because I defended Christians and human rights cases against him, who persecuted them, I was declared an enemy of the state and my legal work an act of treason. I know and I understand socialism. I experience and I fought against. Today, I hope millions of Americans are ready to learn, to understand, and to be aware of what socialist is and what socialists can do to a country and to people. We are sad, indeed, and outraged in many times of the response of Russia's unprovoked assault on the peaceful people of Ukraine. And we, as free people in America, we need to take notes and become, in our area of influence, heroes that America is in need and protect freedom in America. Freedom for us, freedom for our children, for our businesses, and for our communities, because our communities are looking for a hero. Please understand, Vladimir Putin is and remain a former KGB, the head of Soviet secret police. That's what he can label himself in many ways. He can say whatever he wants to us, but he is a socialist and his agenda is socialist. He reportedly murdered countless enemies of the state of that day. And now, as a president of Russia and the same socialist KGB, he is raining down terror on innocent Ukrainian people, men, women, children, who desperately are trying to defend their own country, their own homeland. Take time to understand this is socialist. Take time to talk with your kids, your teenagers, and even your crazy uncle about this. Learn from the Ukrainians' cries for help that this is socialist. This is how our lives will be like under socialists. Their cries, unfortunately, have largely fallen on deaf ears as our weak president and European leaders have hesitated. Take time to understand socialists and be the hero in your area. For America, fight for freedom before it's too late. Talk with your kids, talk with your neighbors, your co-worker. Talk about freedom and about leadership. Be the leader, be the hero for freedom, for your family, for your business, for your community, and for America. I received this letter from a friend that I believe speaks a volume to us. It is no secret, my friend said, among Jewish that Ukrainians is traditionally hostile territory. It is a place our grandparents fled. It is a place where they were murdered in unforgettable number by both Nazi and Ukrainian alike. It is site of Abbey Yar, one of the bloodiest episodes of the killing of Jewish in history, during which, over the course of only 2 days, more than 33,000 of our family members were murdered and buried in a massive grave. It is a place many of my own generation left as children, their parents traveling, sticking out in a post-Cold War for friendlier places like US or Israel that offered their Jewish people or offspring a different future. Now we watch in awe as everyday Ukrainians sing the praise of one of their own, us or our own, as he leads them in a David versus Goliath battle against Russian Bond villain come to life, autocratic leader. I will call it a dictator. How this came about is so mysterious to Jewish and probably is to Putin. Putin thought he could march over Ukrainian like the Taliban sweep across Afghanistan in a matter of days. Putin saw a young, inexperienced Jewish boy somehow accidentally elected to highest office, and he pounced. After all, who would have anticipated that Zelensky had shown to us, and who would have thought his people would love him and stand behind him so fearlessly? And the rest of the world have followed suit, taking courage from this element style of leadership. Zelensky did not only galvanize his own countrymen, and believe me, the concept of Jewish in Ukraine beyond countrymen is difficult enough to process. But there is no doubt that Zelensky's attitude leadership impacted Western European leaders and President Biden to step up their provision of military and humanitarian aid, as well as economic isolation of Russia. No one anticipated that a 44 years old Jewish comedian turned politician would transform into a pillar standing against the Kremlin, a new kind of iron wall shield west from east. Zelensky knows how to use social media and send messages of hope and resilience. Zelensky knows how to speak to a generation connected through sound bites, mobile apps, and frank words. More importantly, he knows what happened when bullies are allowed to run over their neighbors. He is the grandchild of a Holocaust survivor. And who better understand the importance of standing firm in the face of naked, unprovoked aggression over the offsprings of survivors. Zelensky has made all of us proud, Jewish and not Jewish alike. He has given us hope that all the hatreds can be overcome. That's so beautiful. Zelensky has shown resolve to stay and fight, and the Ukrainian people, his people, have relied to his battle cry. His bold and defiant leadership has given Ukraine the resolve it urgently needed. Zelensky acknowledged that intelligence showed that his Russia's numbers one target, that he is the Russian number one target and his family is number two. We all know that. His family member has gone into hiding. But when rumors surface that he has fled the capital, he pushed back heroically with a video of him and his leader on the street saying, "We are still here." He ended when the Biden administration offered Zelensky an evacuation. He said, "I need ammunition, not a ride." I also want to acknowledge that many newspaper, many radio and television stations speak the truth about reality. The CBN senior international correspondent George Thomas has been in Ukraine reporting on Russia unprovoked invasion. They noticed that the invasion in Ukraine by Russia has reawakened fears of the socialist and communist northern giant that haven't been felt for a very long time. My friends, socialists and communists, it's not dead. Russia remain under Putin and his leaders and his elite, a socialist and a communist country who has nothing to do with freedom, nothing to do with prosperity, but to impose the strong iron will of the leaders who will live and who live beyond your imagination. There is no equality and no share fair. What the socialists and communists promotes, it's the will of the leader, and you are crushed if you don't listen. Do not buy those kind of lies. After all, and they act after all based on fear, because fear is something all bullies, including Russia, prize even when anything else around them is failing. Putin's criminal invasion of Ukraine has granted an inspired wave of solidarity around the world finally. Zelensky showed us what a hero is for his country, what a hero will do to fight for freedom. I hope you take notes and you understand that these socialists, we have, by the grace of God, a great and an amazing opportunity especially for those who never experienced socialism in their life, for those young people in college and university that were told and they believe that socialism is a beautiful system, that under socialism everybody will be equal, everybody will receive everything. That is such a lie. I experienced that. It's not true, and it's never going to happen. The socialist, it's a land of lies and a prison land. I hope you read my memoir, Saving My Assassin, who describes my life in socialism and also my fight for freedom. In other words, if I was able to fight against socialists and communists and I won, we can do the same thing here in America. There is nothing that can stop us to be the heroes of our country, to be the heroes of our freedom, and to change America from what many liberals have been done in the last year and something to destroy America and establish socialists, to make America again a land of brave and land of the free, and to protect freedom in America. It's time for each of us in America, wherever God placed us, to use our skills, our talents, our sphere of influence in order to protect America and America's freedom. Please understand that we have, like never before, an opportunity to see in front of our eyes what a socialist society looks like, and what a leader of a socialist who has no accountability, who can do horrible things, not only to other people, but to its own people. If you watch YouTube, if you watch all kind of Christian and truthful television and radio, there are so many ways that you can learn that even the military, Russian military, were told that they will go to have training. And in fact, they discovered themselves that they were in Ukraine killing innocent people and shooting at hospitals, maternities, killing young people, killing newborn baby, and shooting at apartments and killing innocent people. Even those Russian soldiers said, "We don't want to be here. We were told a lie." That's what socialist is. It's based on lie, and it's based on fear and on horrible actions that the leaders will do to you in order to, and his elite, in order to submit to their will. I hope again you read my book, Saving My Assassin. You can find the book at virginiaprodanbooks.com/product/book. This book will encourage you to see and to understand that we can be heroes of faith, that God can change. He changed a country, Romania, through me, from socialist to a democratic country, and God can do the same thing just by using your skill, your talent, your power in school, in your university, at your business, at your workplace. If you want to be involved in school board, or to be representative of your country, of your state, of your city, in federal government, to make the changes that America needs to be free. Remember, God changed Romania through a little tiny person like me, under 5 feet tall. God can do the same things in your life. Be a hero, keep America free, and save America from socialism. If you want to invite me to speak to your events, please go to virginiaprodanbooks.com and send us your speaking request. Until next time, when we meet again for Courageous Leadership with Virginia Prodan, each Wednesday and Saturday at 10 o'clock, remember, you can be a hero that America needs. Keep America free. You and each one of us, we can save America from socialists. Be blessed, and I hope if you have any questions, you will send me your questions. I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you individually or as a group. I'm here to talk with you, how to talk with your kids about socialism, or your teenagers, or your workers, or your co-workers, whatever your needs might be. Be blessed, and we'll talk later. Be a hero of that America needs. Fight for freedom. Save America from socialists. Bye-bye.